and good evening once again. So it's 7:31 on my time. So I believe any other person that wants to be in this class that is not yet here is already late. So please, I want to start. If you have a pen and a biro, you can jot. The class is being recorded, and the records of this class will be made available for a 2 week time interval. So from the last day being Sunday, from the last day being Sunday till 2 weeks, these videos will be available. You can use the link we'll post on the group chat to go through them. Then after the 2 weeks, we'll remove the links and you just have to wait till it's uploaded on YouTube. So we are still having issues with the design team, the the guy in charge of the video edits. They are I don't know what is going on there, but I think it's something we'll look into subsequently. There's a lot we have going on internally, so but by the time we sort it out, because I don't want us to have more than one YouTube channel. So we have a channel. The channel is having issue, and we've engaged people and paid them to solve the problem, but it's taking too long. So, but I think we'll just have to find a way to solve the problem, and by the time we are done, all those videos will be available on YouTube. So you just have to make do with what we have. You look at the videos that we have now. So after 2 weeks, the link will no longer be available. The link for QuickBooks will stop being available from tomorrow morning. So a lot of people called in and so on and so forth. So we just allowed it. So from tomorrow morning, the link for QuickBooks tutorial class, the one we had 2 weeks ago, we'll take it down and we can now start using this one. So thank you very much for that. So that is the end of the introduction for today, and good evening once again. Please, for those of you who are joining, my name is Francis. Welcome to OFS Academia. If you can hear me, please confirm by raising up your hand.
Good evening.
Good evening. Um, okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you very much. You can take it down now. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. So before we start, based on what we've discussed, what I've said so far, is there anybody that has any question or comments on what we've said before we start what we have for today? Is there anybody that has any comments or any concern? Please, the floor is open. You can raise up your hand and unmute accordingly, please. Anybody at all? Comments, questions on what we've said before? Nobody. Okay, that's fine. So what we have today is Zoho Books, and this is a beginner's guide to Zoho Books. So Zoho Books is an accounting software. I think according to scale.ng, Zoho Books is third best accounting software in Nigeria. Left for me, I only have one problem with Zoho Books. Their inventory control, I don't really the thing is doing as if the brain used to on and off. So, but if your company operates, if your company has a strong inventory control platform and the internal control system manually can carry your inventory, I think Zoho Books is what I would recommend for such company because of its affordability. But we'll get to that. So today we are looking at Zoho Books as one of the accounting softwares. So it's a cloud and teaching. It's a comprehensive cloud-based accounting platform that manages income, expenses, and taxes from anywhere. So just like any basic accounting software, that is cloud based, you can manage it from anywhere. So it has streamlined invoicing, you can track payables, you can automate bank reconciliation, you can generate real time financial reports. But it didn't end there. The beauty of Zoho Books is just like QuickBooks, it is very simple to navigate and understand. You don't really need to be an accountant to understand Zoho Books. So that is the advantage of having Zoho Books. So when you want to come into the software, you want to walk into Zoho Books, you start with the initial setup. So you create an account, set up your company. Tax configuration is optional, but then basically if you want to do it, that's basically the next thing you will do. Then you walk into the dashboard. The dashboard is literally empty because it's a new account, but then you have to walk through the dashboard, understand the dashboard, assign roles, assign roles. If it's a situation where there will be multiple people using the same account, you assign roles. Let me give you an example. There are companies that are structured properly in a corporate environment that maybe in the finance department, a separate person is managing payables, a separate person is managing receivables, a separate person is managing expenditures, that's petty expenses and so on and so forth. So those kind of companies, I don't it's not proper or it's not wise that the person meant to manage receivables should have access to payables and expenses. It's not also wise that the person that is managing payables should have access to receivables. So everybody should just maintain their own lane and mind their business. The review should have review access to what everybody is doing. And then the admin is now the person that has full access, edits, add, removes everything. Admin is just control panel for everybody. So when you are creating an account, for example, the email you are using to create the account is automatically the super admin. Is automatically the super admin. Why I call it super admin is because you can also assign somebody else to be an admin in the account. So now you that created the account becomes the super admin when the person you assigned admin to also have full access to everything becomes admin as well. Now the issue now is in a situation where you did not clearly identify these roles and classify everybody accordingly. Chinedu will go and record in Amanda's book. Amanda will go and record in Chinedu's book. And when there is a situation where there is a problem, you will not know where the problem is coming from. So that's the reason why we are insisting that in a multi-layered corporate environment, everybody should be assigned to his role and his role alone. So that is that for that. Then when it comes to the chart of accounts, like we've always said, the chart of accounts is subdivided into five sections. You have the assets, liabilities, equity, income, and expenditure. So they will be classed for you. Now, when you select your type of business, automatically Zoho Books produces a chart of account for you. They will set up basic accounting, basic accounts, and basic ledgers they believe you cannot do without in your business. That does not mean those are the only accounts you are allowed to have. You can also add as many other accounts as you want to add. But there are basic accounts in Zoho that you will not be able to delete. Unlike QuickBooks, if you walk in and you don't like what they created for you, you can delete the ones you don't like and start adding your own altogether. In Zoho, you can't delete some accounts. You can only you can only edit them, probably change the heading, change this, change that, but you can't delete some accounts. So I don't know why they do it that way, but to me, it's a clerical error. They should address it. It's an error. So now, when it comes to customers, you have full access to your customers, you have full control of your vendors. So then the sales cycle and the receivable optimization is one of the features of Zoho Books. Just like most robust accounting softwares, you can give a quote, give an invoice, record the payments separately. So an invoice in accounting doesn't necessarily mean an automatic payment. Though some invoices can also be automatic payments, but then there are invoices that differ or direct to sales made on credit. So Zoho Books gives you that privilege to record sales made on credit and sales made cash. So it's also they are part of the features. So the same thing is applicable to purchases cycle. You have your purchase order, bill management, payments recording, credits, and returns. Then finally, your banking products and services. Sincerely speaking, the bank rec of Zoho Books they did a good job with the bank recs of Zoho Books. Yeah, by the time you upload your CSV file, yes, it is true that it accepts Excel as well, but sometimes it used to reject Excel. Some other times, the Excel when you upload it, it will not really pick all the figures. So what I used to recommend for people is when you want to do your bank reconciliation, you download your bank statements, convert it to Excel. When you are done removing the unnecessary things there, because I mean it's converted to Excel. I say I don't know what your bank logo is doing there. Please wipe it off. So when I'm done removing all the unnecessary things there, and you arrange it accordingly. Instead of saving it, use save as. When you come to the drop down, you click CSV. So save it as a CSV file and upload the CSV file there. It is easier for these cloud softwares to accept CSV files than Excel files because CSV file is a straightforward file and is always very smooth. Excel is a complex file. So if you are uploading something complex, and thank you for Nigeria having a very stupid network. Network is not so friendly as at that moment. You might have problem with your upload. So best belief is you use CSV file. Something simple, something straightforward. Put it, and it will accept it. Then compliance and project tracking. You at a glance see your compliance, monitor your project's profitability, and time track your staff. So it has its own financial intelligence. So these are things that you still see in the software. It has all this trail, but I'm not recommending you look at the audit trail. It has audit trail, but if you're an internal auditor and you're on Zoho Books, just shall be aware of the components of the audit trail, but it's not something you say, okay, Zoho have done the audit, and then you carry the trail as a as a fallacy behind what you are basing your opinion on. So that is very, very improper. Then obviously it has efficient bookkeeping, it has migration strategy, and it has month-end process. So it's the month-end process of Zoho Books where you can pull out your financial statements monthly. You can, you can pull out your financial statements monthly, both your PL, your financial position, and your cash flow. You can pull it monthly. You can also pull it annually. You can also pull it for 3 months. You can also do what we call custom reporting, where you pull those statements 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, not specifically like quarter or quarter is 3 months, yeah, but you can do 4 months, you can do 2 months, you can do 5 months. Yeah. So you can even do 6 days, not even 6 days. So it's custom reporting. You just tell it from this date to this date, and it will do it for you. So that's the conclusion for introduction to Zoho Books. Now we'll go into the software proper. We're going to the software proper, and then we'll have Zoho Books. So when you Google Zoho Books, when you walk into the software, it's the software is The UI is very nice. You don't really need an extensive knowledge. You don't really need an extensive knowledge of accounting to increase. So now when you walk into the software, you this is what the software looks like. So first of all, let's look at the pricing. Like I said before, they have a very, very flexible and comfortable price. So they even have the one you can start for free. But sincerely speaking, I will not recommend this, and I will also not recommend this. So I think the least you could do here is this. That's the least you can do here. This is what I would recommend for anybody that wants to do Zoho Books because it has most of the basic features you need. It has most of the basic features you need. So this is what I would recommend for you. But then this is the monthly. This is what you pay monthly if you are due it annually. Then this is the actual price, assuming you want to be paying every month. So if you want to pay for 1 year, so you are going to do 7,600 times by 12. That's what you're paying for 1 year. If you are paying every month, you're paying this price. So that is that for that. But then let's go back to the first page of Zoho Books that we're going to start using the software. So basically, you have unlike QuickBooks is when you create a new page, you have 30 days free demo and free trial thing. But in Zoho, you have only 14 days. Once the 14 days finish, the software will off. You still have view access, but you cannot add anything, cannot remove anything, you can't edit backend in the software until you pay. So when you want to create your account, you want to create a profile, you can start my free trial. So this is what the free trial will open for you. So you put the company name. So we are going to use Chibrahim and Sons. We're going to use Chibrahim and Sons. Then we'll be using we will use our email address. Then our password. And you can create the password. So click on this agree and click on create my account. You can also sign up using Google, Microsoft, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. But you see all these ones there, the only one I recommend for you is Google and Microsoft. These ones, no thank you. So I can only recommend Google and Microsoft. But I feel from experience so far, Google is the best, followed by Microsoft. All these ones, nah, no. If you create an account with Facebook and they block the accounts, let's not go there, sir. So if you just try to set up the account for you, then by the time you are done with creating the account, logging in, you now have to come and give them information about your company, where tell them about the business name, what you do. You have to select the type of business, whether it's a manufacturing, a trading company, a service company, all those these things. You have to select the type of company you are into. And so yeah, this is it. So this is Chibenim and Sons, our organization name. So you have to select the industry you fall under. Are you under agency and sales? Are you under agriculture? Are you in art and design, automotive, construction, consulting, engineering, and so on and so forth? Now, the issue here is that the Zoho books have been designed and preloaded with chart of accounts that will match each of this industry. It has been preloaded with chart of accounts that will match each of this industry. So if you are walking into this place, if you are walking into this place and you select the wrong thing here, obviously a lot of things in your chart of accounts will be wrong. So this is a very vital place. So for today, we did retail company in the last class. So this time around, we are going to do a manufacturing company. We did retail company in the last class. So when we discussed QuickBooks, this time around we'll do a manufacturing company. They are related, it's just a difference in work in progress, blah blah blah. But the entire system is almost the same thing. I'm promising you, it's almost the same. So now, when you're done, click on get started. When you click on get started, it will load to take time and so on and so forth. So, but the reality is that this software, it has a lot of features that we are modeled down home. It was modeled down home. So when we were filling the form, it also asks states. QuickBooks will not ask you state. You just tell it your country and this thing. But Zoho Books was the people that were building it, they had Nigerians in mind, amongst other people as well. They had Nigerians in mind when they were building it. So if there are some features that you see in the software and you get like, oh wow, wow. But this software is not good for a big company. This is only good for SME. So if your company is between medium and large company, just forget the whole books, like remove your mind from it. Because there are a lot of features that your company will be using, that your company is expected to have, that you will not find in Zoho books. So it does not support big companies and some top medium-sized companies. So it's basically for smaller medium-sized companies, small companies, and micro businesses. It's not for large companies. Now, when you open your account, it will show you this all test consulting services. Show me around. So you see this show me around, and no thanks, I will explore it. Uh, if I were you, I'll start click show me around so that if you click the show me around, it will bring up something like this, tell you where this is, where this is. So this is the navigation pane, and this is recent activity. This is the search. The next one, okay, yeah, the create. The next one, your notification. The next one is your settings, and the final one is your AI assistant. That is all. Is the seven principal places you need to be aware of in Zoho Books. It will just show you at a glance, and then voila, you're on your own. So if you still shall want to go back to it and look at it again and again and again, so that you'll be sure of where what is and what is meant to do for you, you can go ahead. So, but that's that for that. Then we're in the dashboard. Basically, you can set up your company from this place. There's also a video here. If you click on this, it will take you to a YouTube video that the company instead of Zoho Books created a YouTube video to welcome you to Zoho Books and show you one or two features about Zoho Books. Here's the video. You can watch the video at your leisure, open an account, you have access to the video, click on it, take it to the YouTube channel, watch the video, and so on and so forth. So there is this icon here, verify account. So it's just for you to username profile and so on and so forth. While it's loading, so I can show you, this is what your dashboard will look like. This is what your dashboard will look like. Basically, by the time you are done filling out the information here, this thing will no longer be here again. But this getting started is always for a new account. By the time this is marked 100%, The time this is marked 100%, this getting started will not be here again. But for almost all the features you need, Zoho Books already they already created video contents on this. They already created video contents on this, and they uploaded it on YouTube. So the links are also attached on the software. So all you need to just do is anyone that you're finding difficult to do, and come back to this get started, look at the video, just click on this watch and learn. It will redirect you to the YouTube that particular video to take you to the YouTube of that particular video. So you walk into the YouTube, you see the video, you look at it, by the time you are done, blah 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 blah. That's it. You're okay. So Zoho Books is one of the easiest software. It's one of the easiest software. So ahead. Now, when you click on this verify now, this usually comes up only for new accounts. By the time you are done with your account verification, you might not see this again. So the email address is not verified. If you click verify now, if you send you a link in the Gmail, the Gmail I use here is not attached to this system. So if you send you a link to the Gmail, you go to your Gmail, click on that link, and verify the account. No, it's not an issue. So this is the security part of it, where you add additional verifications. You can also change passwords and so on and so forth. So this is the geofencing. That is if you have multiple countries, blah blah blah. So this is geofencing. So now, if you want specific IP address, Zoho Books is configured in a way that you can say that, okay, for companies that issue laptops to their staff, they put the IP address of that laptop on the Zoho. So if you're trying to access your Zoho Books from your house, from your personal laptop, it will not allow you to sign in because it has been restricted to the IP address of the laptop issued to you in the office. So that's that. This is one of the beautiful features that Zoho Books copied from Caseware, and it's very, very lovely. They didn't have it before. They shall just copied it and added it. But it's nice, and it's a very good innovation. So you can add specific passwords. This is usually used for third-party applications. You just, let's say you are joining Zoho Books with maybe Zoho Invoice or Zoho CRM and so on and so forth. You can just separate them with passwords. So if you are moving from Zoho Books to Zoho Invoice or to this, you'll be prompted with impute password for going to that site. So that's that for that. So the rest of the things here, this is MSA and so on and so forth. So every other thing here is just security, and the GRC compliance. So that's what it is. It's not much of a big deal. The only thing you need to be aware of here is the profile information, the email address, and the mobile number. You can also edit this email address here, which is one thing Zoho Books has that QuickBooks does not have. And edit this email address here and impute the primary email address. But one thing you need to know is that the email address that is here is the email address that will be in all the invoices we'll be sending out through this door. That's the email address that will be there. So that's that. Then, so this is the dashboard. Your total receivables, total payables, your cash flow, income and expenses at a glance, your top expenses. So these are just the components of your Zoho. Zoho Books also has the mobile app, but the interface of the mobile app is not the same thing with what you have on a laptop. But it does a handful of things. I mean, you can make some records on the app. You can also stay on the app and give approval. So the app is robust, but the app, as of the last time we used it didn't cover the entire software. It did not. So, but I mean, the app is also very comfortable to use. Then, aside that, after the home page, the next thing we have here is the items. Items there is for inventory. See where they wrote goods and services. So this is where you add the products. You can add the products one by clicking on this view. It will give you the form. You fill this form and add your product. You just fill it, everything. If you want to add the image, fine, you can add the image. You click on save and it will save once. Then you can also do batch importing. This is batch import. You can import items. You can also import opening stocks. So sometimes you can import items separate and import the opening stocks separately. Sometimes you import it together when you're importing the item. Two of them will also work. Will also work. So that's that. Cool. I'm sorry. That's that for Zoho. The next thing we have here is the sales. Now the sales, this is customer management. So this is where you add a customer. So you can import customer. If you have multiple number of customers, you can also click on add new customer. But it is because this account is empty. That's why nothing is here. Normally, by the time you add one or two customers, it will no longer be like this. It will be a table displaying the customer information. So the only way you can add customers is by clicking this place, create a new customer, or import, export. You can export customers. You can export in a PDF and export in Excel. I don't think they export to CSV. It's the Excel that they export to. So you can export to PDF and export to Excel. That's all. Then this is your quotes. You can create quotes. So by the time you've done creating your first quote or you've imported your quotes, this thing will no longer be like this. It will be a table. Then you click on new to create any other new quote you want to create. The same way you handle quotes is the same way you handle invoices. So the interface you got all of them, the interface is like this. So when you now add a new invoice, it will be a table, and then you can now add further invoices from there. You can also import invoices. Yeah, you can also import invoices as well. So same thing with the receipts. Then we have what we call the recurring invoices. In Zoho Books, you can set up an invoice to continue your recurring. Let me give you an instance. Let's assume you pay your rent on a monthly basis. Rent is a fixed cost. There is nothing that will make your landlord not come and collect your rent, unless probably in an extreme situation or something actually happened. Otherwise, if your rent is monthly, every month you're expected to pay your rent. So if you're paying your rent maybe on first or second or third, you can schedule your invoice to be recurring. So you just create a recurring invoice and schedule it to be recurring. Every month the invoice will come, it will debit rent automatically and just credit landlord payables. You set it up the way you set up your normal invoice and it will be recurring. So if you've sold on credit, this is where you receive the payment. You sold on credit, is where you receive the payment. Normally, you in QuickBooks, they did not specify this like this. You just issue receipts. You just issue receipts and then attach the receipts to the invoice, and some of them will knock off. But in Zoho, you come here and receive the payment. You select that invoice. You select that invoice and then receive the payment using that invoice. So that's a different innovation that they added here. So this is credit note. So you just create a credit note to issue a credit note to a customer in way and manner if the customer probably the transactions around that event warrants you giving a credit note to the customer. You create a credit note from there. So that is it. Now on the processing side, we have the vendor. This is the vendor page. So like I said, it's still the same thing. So you have to either create from here to create from here. But when you've created the first one, it will no longer look like this. It will be a table, and then you click your plus to create new ones. So the same thing happens to expenses. The same thing happens to the recurring expenses. Sorry, I used rent to explain a recurring invoice map, So recurring invoice and recurring expenses is exactly the same process. It's exactly the same process. Just that the other one is for revenue, this is expensive. That's all. But it works exactly the same. So this is for bill. You can also have recurring bill. Also have recurring bill. Then payments made. Probably you bought on credit and you want to make payments. You make a payment from here. Then this is your vendor credit. This is your vendor credit. So that's that. Then you also have your timesheet. You have your timesheet on the software. This is what an average timesheet looks like. Now, this is for projects. So if you have projects that are running, this is where you create projects from. So this is the banking part. You can connect to your bank account. You can add banks manually. Me, I prefer to add banks manually than connecting direct. So this is the interface for banking. Then this is the accountant. Under the accountant part, this is where you make journals and see all the journals you've done. So all the journals you've raised, all of them will appear here to form a table. So if you click on this place, you can manage journal templates from here. In the manage journal templates, you can create a template how you want your journal to look like. Maybe add a row, add a column, and so on and so forth. Give the template a name. So that's that for creating journal templates. Then I think after that, you can also manage custom field, but this one is not viable now. So we have records here. So you can manage what is being displayed here, all the columns that will be here. Because by the time you start posting journals, if you walk into this place and scroll down, this is where all the journals you've posted so far. This is where you will find them. Then this is for bulk updates. Let's say you have a set of errors, maybe Chinedu and Sons have given you like 12, 12 invoices, and maybe it's either a withholding issue or a VAT issue or something like that, and then you will need to like revisit that particular person, all the invoices of that particular person. So this is where you come and review all the invoices for a particular client and update all of them very easily. So this is very good. So for currency adjustments, this is where you adjust currencies. If you have a FX problem, this is where you adjust currencies. You can also add new currencies here. Yeah, this is where you adjust currencies. You can also add your new currency adjustment by clicking that new button. So you select the currency. This is the rates, the conversion rates of one of this as against naira. So one of this currency is 317 naira on Zoho. So if you want to change it, you can change it from this place. I can take it to USD. So as you can see, one USD is 1,300 naira. So you can change your own to be 1,004 or 1,005, or you can leave it like this, anyone. So this is for currency adjustment. So this is the chart of accounts. For those who are seeing software for the first time, chart of accounts is the same thing as your trial balance, your manual accounting trial balance. That's the chart of accounts. So all the accounts you have here, you have on this profile will be here. So if you want to create a new account, you can create a new account from this place. Just click on new and create a new account. If you want to import accounts too, you can import accounts. If you want to export accounts too, you can export accounts. So if your external auditors are around and they are requesting for a trial balance, just go to chart of accounts, go to export, and then click on export type of account. Don't do export current view. If you export current view, you just export the name, the type, and just this thing you are seeing here. So you export start of account so it will carry the balances and come out when you are exporting it. Then the next thing we have is budgets. So now under this budgeting, you can create a budget. You can create a budget here where you manage the expected estimated expenditure of the business. You manage it from here. So that you can have a target or an insight into what you are doing in your business. So everything about budgeting is handled here. But unlike every other place, budgeting you create it one. You don't import budgets. No, there's nothing like import budgets. In Zoho, no. You create all your budgets one after the other. So that's that. Then for transaction locking, transactions, this very lot transaction. We're going to talk about this in full, but uh, sincerely speaking, I don't really think this is the model that most businesses need. But we'll look at this as well. So you can lock specific transactions here. You can lock specific transactions here on Zoho. Then obviously for reports, these are all the reports you can get from Zoho Books. So when you click on home, you have all the reports. You can select some reports to be your favorite. So when you select those reports by clicking this star, so I think these three are my favorites. These three, they are my favorites. So we have other, how should I even put it? Other special reports like movement of equity reports, sales by customer reports, sales by salesperson reports. Then this sales by salesperson report is very important, very very important. Especially if your business you are paying your sales reps performance bonus. So sales by salesperson report is also very important. Then you have your AG receivable summary and details, just the way you have it a big picture. Then customer balance summary, and so on and so forth. So you can explore this report as a view. You can explore it and then have a full glance of the report. Test run it as much as you like. Then you can things that you look at and you don't understand. You can reach out and we'll explain it for you. But the only basic reports we'll be doing in this model now, it's just PL, cash flow, and balance sheets. These are the basic reports we'll do in this model. And sincerely speaking, in Zoho, you are not editing anything in the report. The report is view access, and all of them are system generated. The report is view access. So, but if you open a report, what I meant by reaching out is if you open a report and what you are seeing inside the report, you shall don't understand what you are seeing inside the report here. You can reach out and we'll explain for you the contents of the report, the usefulness of the report, and where the report applies. But yes, Madam Fatima, you raise your hand. If you have a question, I want to hear it.
Please carry on, sir.
No, okay, that's fine. So, but you are not editing anything on the reports. You don't have edit access on these reports at all. You don't have it. The only thing you can do on the report is that as a PDF, Excel, CSV, anyone you want to download it as, and just and use it for whatever information needs, which is the reason why you generated the reports. That's is the only thing you can do with the report. Otherwise, you, you can't edit anything again. That's all. So the last but not the least on this dashboard here is the documents. In Zoho Books, you can upload files on this place. Yes, there is a bot here. Oh. There is a bot here. The bot here is that the back end of Zoho Books is not that heavy. And I think it's a maximum of either 10 MB or 100 MB. That's what you can upload at a time. But yes, you can upload documents here. Like when I mean upload documents, like you can even create folders. You can create a folder and say the person that you want them to have access to the folder set. So you can create a folder here, documents whatever you want to document. So let's assume you have this document part is also a new feature. It wasn't part of Zoho Books when they first published this software. But one thing I like about cloud software is that they will always keep updating it from time to time. So the essence of this document is third-party support can now be registered on the software. Third-party support, most especially the ones that are very, very crucial, you have to upload them here. Evidence of ownership, that is the evidence of ownership for your PPE, the invoice, if it's a car, the specific, not the entire car documents, yeah, but specific documents, specific car documents, you have to like keep them here. So when the auditor is asking some certain questions, you just give him access to the team, and you can just hear anybody that is using Zoho Books and the auditor is around you. You don't even need to stress yourself. You can just create a new profile for your auditor, give him view only access, view and export access, hand it over to him. He should start just be walking up and down inside the software and see everything he wants to see. So when the auditor walks to this part of the software, he will now start seeing all the evidence of payment for your PPE items and so on and so forth. So, and then if there are external receipts that are crucial, material in nature, things like rent, things like insurance, you can also upload them here. You can also upload them here. But always remember, I've forgotten the space range for this cloud. I've forgotten the space range for this cloud. You have the space range, it's not unlimited. So whatever you are doing, don't just load it to the brain. You don't load it to the brain. So what we recommend for our clients is that documentation that have to do with currency, you leave them on file on the Zoho. So in a new year, you just box everything together. You've already created them in folders here. So you can just box everything together, download it. It will come together as a zip file. All of them will come once as a zip file. So when it is once as a zip file, you can upload on probably your Google Drive or any other drive you want to upload it to. But don't leave those documentations here because cloud might fill up the space. All right. So that's that for the navigation bar. So having looked at the navigation bar, what we are going to look at next, is this. When it comes to this place, just like in QuickBooks, these guys have their create button. So instead of going to go and look for these items, individually at the places where they are meant to emanate from, you can simply just go to create, click on the plus, and this covers all the new entries you make in this software. All of them, from beginning to the end. It covers all the new entries you make on this software. So instead of you're going to look for it in the specific. I'm not saying you cannot access it from where it is going to be, but they made it easier for you. So I don't understand why you like set ahead. So that's that for this. Then so you can add user from here, add item, raise a journal. If you want to raise a new journal, click on this plus to take it to journal. You can log a time, login time and week log, we'll do it on Sunday, but it's not everybody that uses this, sincerely speaking. So for inventory adjustments, yes, we have inventory adjustments where you can write off or add inventory. Let's say there's a discrepancy between what you have on the Zoho books and what you have on the stock. Like you did your stock count and the inventory you have on ground has a variance, variating it against what you have on the software. So you can just come to this inventory adjustments here and adjust your inventory. Some persons will not go and start. There's a client I met and she sha scattered her account. So anytime they have a variance, she will either go and raise the purchases to increase those inventory items, or she would go and raise an invoice to reduce those items. No, it's very, very wrong. If you are doing it and you are in this class, please stop it. You are giving your external auditors unnecessary headache. They will now tell you that the sales report you will export from Zoho is not correct. This is the reason why it's not correct. You did this, no. You are giving your external auditors unnecessary headache. The proper thing to do is to use inventory adjustments to adjust your inventory. If there is a variance between what is on file and what you are seeing physically in the store, you adjust your inventory using this. So for sales, you can see everything that has to do with sales here, adding a customer, raising a new quote, raising a new invoice, adding a recurring invoice, raising a new receipt, typing a new payment, adding a new credit note. So just like that for customers, that's the way it is for vendors, and everything you need to do with your bank, whether the owner is withdrawing money, the card payments, the transfer, so just everything. All your new records, click on create your record. Hmm? Then another thing here is they have this beautiful advert platform, refer and earn. I've not tested this thing. I don't know if it works, but some people said it used to work. But I don't know. So you can try and then let us know if it actually worked for you. Just tell us if it actually worked for you. So they have this refer and earn where you refer somebody, the person will use your link and register for Zoho books. Once the person pays, it is not when the person is done creating the account, it's when the person pays. So when the person pays, that the person have subscribed to the account, that's when you will now get this 15% off. Because the 15% is the what the person have paid. The 15% of whatever subscription the person made. That's what you will get. So it is going to be in your Zoho wallet. Hmm? So inside your Zoho wallet, when they want to now deduct your own money, they'll go to your wallet and check if you have credit there. They remove your credit and now bill you the difference. So this is a cloud software and it is paid. You pay for it monthly. So when you're paying for it monthly, if they have bonuses in your cloud wallet, they can use it to subsidize what you're supposed to pay for the month. So this is your notification bar. So this is all your notification. So you can filter for whatever you want to filter. So if you want to enable desktop notification, you click here. If you want to set your notification, you click here. If you are done, you can remove it from here. So this is your setting. This is your profile. Let's go to settings. Under the settings, this is everything on the settings page. You can check your profile, branding, this, that, and the other one. So this is just an insight into what this thing is. we the only two things I want to touch here is manage subscription and manage currency. That's the one that concerns everybody. Manage subscription, manage currency, and manage opening balances. So that's the only one that concerns everybody. Now, for if you click on this manage subscription, it will bring you to okay, sorry, that reminds me. If you select the referral, yeah, it will give you a referral link. So this is a referral link. You can just copy it. Anybody that use this link and enter to and pay, you automatically get your $3. Allegedly, I've not used it. Allegedly. So now it is you can only pay when you verify the account. But this is a demo account for classes, so there's no need to verify it. So that I think after the 2 weeks or so, they will wipe the account and wipe anything inside it. So that's the thing. Let's not cloud their space with our demos. So that's that. So this standard, this professional, this premium, and this is Elite. So Elite is built. If you are paying monthly, Elite is built as 56,000. If you are paying for 1 year, you are paying 46,667 multiplied by 12. So this amount times 12, that's what you are going to pay. So, but if you're paying every month, you pay this tiny one here. So the reason why you are doing this is so that they will encourage people to pay per annum, so that the money will come bulk and then we use it for something important. You understand? But then, I will tell the client, do what is pocket friendly for you. Do what is pocket friendly for you. By the time you do for 6,000 by 12, you shall know where the money will be. And then you shall know whether it's something you can afford to pay. I mean, for 6,000 by 10 is 460,000 or so, if I'm not mistaken. So add the remaining 2 months that will make it 12. So you're around 500,000 or above 500,000. So you can afford to pay it at a go, fine. If you cannot afford to pay it at a go, just pay monthly. Then when you subscribe for the software and you were using 3.6 before, you can come to this place and change it to 7.6 and start using these features here. You can also come to this place and change it to this 11.6 and start using these features here. So it's not really like the one you started with, that's what you can end with. No, you can always upgrade. What I've not tried before is starting with 11.6 and going back to 7.6. I've not tried it. But moving from the smaller one to the bigger one is smooth, it's seamless, it's very beautiful. So that's that for this. Then I said something about currency management. So under currency management, when you create your account on Zoho Books, all the popular currencies will automatically be created for you alongside their exchange rate. Zoho uses I think they use CBN rates. They use CBN daily rates to do their exchange rates. They use CBN daily rates to do their exchange rates. So that's why it's like that. They use CBN daily rates. But this is their exchange rates and of the currencies they create for you automatically. So all the popular currencies that most people use, when you create your account, automatically all these currencies will be made available. However, as you can see now, the Ghana currency is not here, Kenya currency is not here, most all the African currencies are not here. The only African currency here is Nigeria. That doesn't mean it's not available, but they will not create it for you. So if you have a transaction with Ghana and you want to pay them in their Ghanaian currency, you have to just come here and create new currency, select the country you are looking for, Ghana. So you select the seats, Ghanaian CDs, select it, this is the same with this everything, then click on save. Once you click on save, it will appear here, Ghana CD. So You now have authorization to pay anybody that you have business with in Ghana. So that's all. That is as simple and as easy as that. The last one is opening balances. You can manage your opening balances from here. You can import a trial balance. You can add bank balances. You can import opening stock. You can also import this imports your contact along the opening balances is about creditors and debtors. That's the payables and receivables. That's all. There's nothing to that's for that. Then I think that's the only thing that concerns everybody inside these settings. Every other thing you review it. If you have any question, you can reach out. We shall answer the question for you. So that's for settings. On the profile, this is just your profile details. Yes, Mr. Chris.
All right, good evening, sir. Thank you for the class so far. Thank you. My question is on the use of Zoho. Is it advisable for audits? Like, I don't know, like some organizations who are currently have internal auditors working with them. What are they? Because from what you've explained, I see that most of this is just to the accountant. So there is no place for the auditor in Zoho.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just where I feel.
I got a question. Let me answer you from the lens of somebody who has been in internal audit and is currently in external audit. An auditor is reviewing. Sometimes an auditor is expected to make corrections, and for you to be able to make corrections, you should have edit access, which is clearly understandable. But Zoho was built accountant friendly, not auditor friendly. That doesn't mean auditor does not have a stake in Zoho. No, but when they were building it, it's a bookkeeping software for in-reason. When I was discussing the introduction, I specifically said it's a bookkeeping software. It's not an ERP. It's an ERP that was built to be friends with everybody. So bookkeeping softwares are built to be accounting friendly, not audit friendly. So now your role as an auditor in a company that is using Zoho is oversight. But then the admin, when I'm registering a client, the accounts which nobody else will have access to is the super admin. So we usually create a Gmail for that using probably the MD's phone number or something. We create a fresh Gmail for that in the company's name, and we do it, and so on and so forth. So we create a fresh Gmail, or if the company has a Gmail they are using, you can use their Gmail and do it. But that admin profile, nobody has access to it. Now, accountant is admin, auditor is admin. They have full access to everything. That's how we do it. They have full access to everything and everybody. So if your sales rep makes a mistake, or the finance officer in charge of accounts payable makes a mistake, the auditor will not come and start waiting for him to come and correct it and so on. I do it because that's the only way the person will learn. But if I'm very close to deadline, I'm not seeing your face. I'll correct all the errors. I'll just note them. Madam, you did this, you did this, you did this, you did this. Fine. But I've corrected it because I have a deadline to meet. Do you understand? So if I'm doing end of the month reconciliation, or I'm doing oversight at the end of the month, and I have a very beautiful deadline very close to me, I don't think I will be waiting for the person responsible for that line item to come and correct the error the person made. So usually in the setup, when we are installing it for clients, accountant is an admin, and the auditor, the internal auditor, is also an admin. If they have CFO is not an admin. CFO has only view access. CFO is too big to come and sit down and be editing things on the software. He just has view access. MD has view and approve access. Now, the CFO has view and approve access. MD has view and approve access. So they are not editing anything there. The accountant and auditor that are admins. So that's how we do it. Unless instructed otherwise by the client, if the client did not give us specific instructions on how to carry it out, probably because in most cases they are usually an unstructured company that wants to migrate from manual to automated systems. So if we are doing it for them, we just tell them, Uncle, this is the proper thing, this is how it's meant to be. But in some companies that are migrating from another software to another software, if their CFO has edit access to some key items, I don't think we've given any CFO full access. So sometimes I think we had a CFO that has edit access to some key items, key principal things. So we gave access to just those key things, not everything per se. So that's that for that. So I believe I've answered your question, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, so you're welcome. So Zoho Books, like I've said, was not built for everybody's friendliness. It's a bookkeeping software, which means it was built bookkeeping and accounting friendly. So that's all. Then on this place, this is your, I call it Zoho connector, because this where you can connect these Zoho books to all other accounts on the Zoho ecosystem. This is where you can connect Zoho books to all other accounts on the Zoho ecosystem. So this is Zoho inventory. They built a point of sale software for their order and inventory management. That doesn't mean the normal Zoho books does not manage inventory, but their Zoho inventory is more robust and it does far more analysis of my inventory than your regular Zoho books. So it's meant to be a story for another day, and also, but we'll do a detailed description of all the software and their importance on Sunday. So we look at it. So this is everything you have. All the software Zoho has, you can get access to them by clicking this page. So that is it. Then this is the announcements page. This is the webinar page. Yes, Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris, is your okay? Fine. So, Mr. Ibanga, your hand is up. Do you have a question, or is there a mistake? Mr. Ibanga, please, do you have a question, or is it an error?
Yes, I have a question, sir. Good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening, Miss Mabino. I'm calling you Mr.
It's fine, no problem. Sorry. It's like I'm taking you back, but let me just ask something. When you were talking about how we can set up the profile, you mentioned a place like putting the industry you are working. And I want to ask, in a situation where you are working for a holding company that has different subsidiaries, how are you going to put all the industries you're working for? Or does it mean that this particular software you'll be having differently for different sectors?
Okay, I love that. Now, you can connect, first of all your subsidiaries will have accounts. The parent company's account, you now connect subsidiary accounts to the parent company accounts. Is that fine?
Okay, I understand that. Thank you.
So it's the what you're registering is each subsidiary will have their own accounts. Then on the parent company account, if you want to still do group reporting, you can now connect them to the parent company accounts. Though their group reporting their group reporting model, I don't know whether they have worked on it, but there was a time it was having issue. I don't know whether they have worked on it. So, but when we get to that part, we look at it. I don't know whether they have corrected that issue. Their group reporting is not fine. But sincerely speaking, I will not advise a company that is group to use Zoho Books. I will not
Okay.
advise a company that is group to use Zoho Books. You know, QuickBooks is far better for company that is group reporting. QuickBooks is far, far, far better, like far better. So I'm not going to advise a company that is group because it will give you problem. It will give you problem. So, but it's best for micro businesses, small businesses. My please, you can mute your mic. I'm hearing myself. Thank you. So it's best for micro businesses. It's best for small businesses. Remember, when I was introducing the software, I said that you can use it for micro businesses. You can use it for small businesses. You can use it for smaller, medium-sized businesses. You can use it for big, medium companies, and you can use it for large companies. So this is one of the reasons why you can't use it for large companies. So I think I will just check if their group reporting team they have repaired it or they even removed it entirely. Let me go check so whether they have repaired the country. Okay, it's not even here. It has to be here. So they even removed it entirely. So you can't even have group reporting here. It's meant to be here. Either on top of this budget or under this budget. It's meant to be here. So they have removed it entirely. So you can't even have group reporting here. So if you have a multi-scale business, it's best you use QuickBooks. It's very expensive, but it's very robust. Very, very robust. This is what we call my mentor used to call it poor man software. This one is poor man software. Where it's good though, it has a lot of features, but it doesn't really support large companies. No, it doesn't support large companies. Then that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. So we have the contextual charts. This contextual chart, I'm not recommending you use it, but it's for group conversation. So group conversation. If you want to drop a comment for somebody to see it, this is where you use. You drop a comment here so that whoever you are mentioning, the person can just come here and see it and respond to your comments. So that is that. Then this is the whole notebook, but this place will not work if you did not activate the original notebook. They have a Zoho notebook as a software, so you have to like activate that one. I think that one is also paid for. So you activate it, pay for it, then bring in the key from this place. So that's that. Then the last one is for widgets. So you can go to their Zoho marketplace, pick any of their widgets that you like, and attach it. So these are all the widgets that is compatible. These are all the widgets that is compatible to Zoho Books. So you can scroll, you can navigate, anyone you like, you buy it from here, and you can also connect the widget. You can also connect the widget, like the payment. You can connect it to your Zoho Books subscription. So when you are paying at the end of the month, you just pay everything together. Yeah, you can also do that. So that, but you can only do it for Zoho for widgets that is Zoho Books. That is the ones that na Zoho Books na get them. Third-party widgets, you can't connect the payment directly. You have to make the payments separately. Like these bookmarks, it belongs to Zoho. So that when you connect it, the two bill will be coming together. Connected, the two bill will come together. So, but all these ones, this one is Speak Excel ETA. So all these ones, some of them belongs to Zoho Books, some of them does not belong to Zoho Books. So the one that does not belong to Zoho Books, you can't connect the payments to flow together. No, can't connect it. So you have to pay them separately. But it doesn't change anything. The only difference is that if you are somebody that forgets, you might pay one and forget to pay the other one. So that's just the difference. So that is everything about the navigation of this software. That is everything about the navigation of this software. So before we move ahead, I would like to know if anybody has any question or any comments before we further ahead. I think we have today's class is going to be 7 to 9 p.m. So we have today's class is going to be 7 to 9 p.m. So we have just about 11 minutes or so before it's 9 p.m. I don't want our classes to be exceeding 9 p.m. because a lot of people went to work and they shall need to rest. Some people are married and they need to look after their children and do other things. So it's not because they want to come and learn Zoho. But we usually have extensive training classes that 1 week, 2 week stretch where if you want us to pieces the software, in fact, hold your hand and do it first. We can do that one. But this is a beginner-friendly introduction class, and I believe I've navigated the entire software from beginning to the end. So before we conclude, I also want to remind us what we said at the beginning of the class about Alpha Books. So for FS Consultancy Services, we are trying to build our own accounting software. We are researching on building our own accounting software. So this is Alpha Books software. This is the POS. This is the point of sale. So the main software will be coming out by December. They are still fighting with the front end. This one, the front end is ready now, but they're still fighting with the front end of that one. So when that one is ready, we will notify everybody. Yes, Mr. Chris.
Yeah, my question is on the Alpha Book POS. Is it the POS is what is confusing me? Is it mainly for POS business or
It's point of sale. Point of sale software are robust inventory analysis softwares. Like everything you need to know about your inventory. Okay, let me show you one thing we added. I don't think it's not. Let me show you one thing we added here that is of so much, you love it. So this is what we call inventory performance matrix. Now in the inventory performance matrix, the software will automatically rate the inventory according to revenue performance. This is top revenue stars. Now this is lowest revenue leakages. So for the lowest revenue leakages, these are the software that generated the least amount of money within the month is be under lowest revenue leakages. So we have top units sold, then we have lowest units sold, then we have highest profit margin software. There are products that you buy at 20 naira and you sell them 1K, and then you buy another one at you buy at 20 naira and you sell 1K. So you're making like 900 naira profits on each of them. Then there's the one you buy 500 and you sell 1,000. So you see that you're making 500 naira profit. So you will now see that you're making 900 profit on this one. So you're making a higher profit on this than this. So all these things are things that normally OFS Consultancy Services, we offer this analysis to our clients. So in our business health checks, these are part of the services we offer to our clients. We rate their inventory movements and we rate them according to top revenue performers, top unit sellers, and top margin producers. So at a glance, the owner of the business knows that, okay, for a bar, for example, you know that, okay, Coke, Fanta, these two, for every club in Nigeria knows that Coke, Fanta, and bottled water are their top unit sellers. Like, you cannot afford not to have bottled water or Coke in your club. It's not possible. So they are top unit sellers. Coke can be doing like 11,000 units for the month for a big club, like an average big club in Lekki or Ikoyi. Coke can be doing like 11,000 units. When Mattel is doing maybe 500 units or 1,000 units, Coke is doing 11,000 or 12,000 units. Because the person that bought one bottle of Mattel might stay on that one bottle of Mattel and take 2 Coke or 3 Coke inside that one bottle of Mattel. And then another person will buy, and then some girls that will come to club will also buy Coke sef because they don't have money to buy anything else. So Coke is always like top selling in units. So like that for every business, you will see the ones that sell most. What we also added here is dead stock. An inventory you've not sold above 40 days is dead stock. It's not moving market, it's not going. So when you look at it, if it's something that you have passion in selling, you want to have it in your shop, then you now know that you need to derive a special marketing strategy for this one now. This one, they come out, they get anywhere. So I need to know what I will do to start selling these items because your money is tied down there. The thing is that a lot of business owners have inventory in their shop, tie down their capital, their working capital, and then they are running expenses, and the business is going down. All you shall know is money is coming into your account and going out of your account. But the profitability matrix is very, very poor. So all these services we offer our clients are what we inculcated into the software. So the same calculations we do, the software will do this calculation and give you these answers at a glance. So you don't really need to come and start looking for forensic consultants to help you to do this. We decide to just do it, package it, and give it to you. So when you are using the software will give you all these answers at a glance in real time. So that's what a point of sale software is. A point of sale is a robust inventory-based software. So it has bookkeeping features because you can record expenses. This is the expenses part. You can record journal. This is the journal part. This is the chart of accounts. But it is not as robust as a normal bookkeeping software. You cannot find aged receivable here or age payable here. You are not aging anything, my dear. You are not aging anything here. So that's that. So this is Alpha Books point of sale. So that's what is ready. Alpha 1 will be coming out around November, December. That's our own bookkeeping software. It can match micro businesses. It can match small businesses. It can even carry multinational businesses. So it's a very heavy software. That's why it's taking time. And so we are going to send the Google form for this software so that you guys will assist us and look at it, point out all the places that this software, this is a prototype. We know that there are a lot of errors in it, and it's those errors that we want you people to help us and look at. The last time we sent out a Google form, people were there lavishing us with praises on the Google form. Please, we don't need your praises. We shall know the software is fine. We shall know the colors are matching. Tell us what the software did wrong. Tell us the problems the software has. Tell us what we think is fine that will pose a challenge to the users of this software. So we are from the consulting side and we are looking at it as this is meant to be good. The users now should look at it and tell us that, okay, you are looking at it from this direction, but we are having this challenge, understanding this, and understanding that. So that is the last thing I want to bring to your notice. I want to plead with you all to fill the Google form. Don't largely shop with praises. Just tell us the problems this software has so that we can solve all these problems before we commence into before we go into working on the back end and doing the database structure, so that we'll have to, because it's the front end that determines the back end. So this is the front end. This is what we have so far. And we shall merge everything together so that this is all the features this software has. By the time we are deploying it, when you register your business, it is not what a hotel has, that a bar will have, you get. So everything will shall just disappear. And then if your company is not a conglomerate, that's a You're not a parent company that has subsidiary. This company structure will not be there. It will shall disappear. So all these things, but we shall just launch all the features that we have inside the software at a go. So if there are features that you feel a point of sale is meant to have that this software does not have, we want to hear it. We want to add it. So that by the time this software comes out, this software will serve you and serve you very, very well. So that's the end of the conversation. Thank you very much for staying to this time. We are so glad to have you around. See you all tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to start recording in Zoho Books. We record in Zoho Books. We are going to so on and so forth. Finally, please remember that number one, if you did not do our assignment, if you like pay for certificate, no certificate for you. So this time around, we'll give assignment. You submit your assignment, and before you get your certificate. So please, we want people to be serious this time around because we noticed that a lot of persons they are not serious in the last class. So this time around, we want people to be serious. But then, if we see the seriousness, we can start just issue certificates. But he wants people to be serious so that if you are saying you attended OFS Academia lecture on QuickBooks and you have our certificate to show for it, you will be able to defend the certificate you are presenting. That's all. That's what we want. It's not that thing. So that if you're telling your employer that you are proficient in Zoho Books, if they open Zoho Books and give you the laptop, you will shall be proficient in it. So that is what we want to do. So our vision is to produce 100,000 tech accountants. That's our vision, and that is our mission. So we want to say thank you for staying with us till now. On Sunday, we are going to launch OFS Community, OFS Familiar Community. So that's where we want to have everybody that is a tech accountant or you want to learn any software or anything, it will be on the community. So after Sunday's class, for our next class, we will vote in the community on the software we are going to teach. So it is no longer the management team of OFS will now sit down, decide and say, we are teaching this one. No. Going forward, we're going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options and say, oh yeah, from this one, you should choose. Then, whichever one that carries the highest votes will go. So, tell a friend to tell a friend, wait for OFS Community. OFS Familiar Community will come out on Sunday. Thank you very much for participating and good night, everybody. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Good night, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night, sir.